Hey, welcome, welcome. We have a lot of new people in this group. My name is Nicole Henry. I'm a money energy expert and business strategist. And today I'm so excited to talk about being a leader because I feel like there's a lot going on in the world today. I believe there is a lot of hardship going on in the world today. And anytime you have hardship, you have chaos going on. Hey, Amber. Anytime you have these things going on, you're going to experience a lot. And as I've started to realize and go up the totem pole of leadership, you guys, I have found that the best thing that for me, sorry, I'm not sure where to look. I'm on my computer. I'm like, is it better if I look up or is it better if I look down? So I'm going to look down and hope that I'm staring at you. I'm so not used to this Apple thing. Android, you can look like right in the thing and it's fine. But anyways, so as I used to travel around the world. I used to host events in LA and Vegas and all these different states. I met, real housewives. I met celebrities. I was on stage with Les Brown, like all of these different things. I felt like that's everything I strived for, but I was so miserable. I was so miserable. And I kept thinking, it'll get better, it'll get better. Like, this is what I wanted. So I just kept chasing it. I kept chasing it. I was working every weekend. I was constantly spending time in like Salt Lake that was 2 hours away. Like, I was always just gone. And there was a part of me that felt successful, but there was a part of me that felt out of alignment because I kept thinking, I should be grateful. This is everything I've ever wanted. This is everything I've ever asked for. But in all reality, I was unhappy. I was allowing myself to be controlled by the industry, controlled by other people. I was allowing myself to think that I had to do what everybody else was doing. And it wasn't for me. And one day I was laying in bed and I had so much anxiety and fear because I didn't want to jump and I didn't want to leave it all, but I knew deep down inside I needed to because I missed my family. I missed my husband. I was missing soccer games, and that's something that I had promised myself I would never do. But when there was that sacrifice, because there is sacrifice, you guys, there is sacrifice within business, but there are certain things that are non-negotiables for me, especially when it comes to my kids and my family. And I had this gut feeling and I was talking to my husband and I said, I'm supposed to jump. I'm supposed to leave. I was in, partnership with someone else and I just felt like I was supposed to just be done. And I did. It was sad. It was heart-wrenching. I didn't know really where to go from there. Luckily, I still had a following and I still had a business on the side. So I, it wasn't necessarily I was worried about the money aspect, but I was worried about re-identifying myself. That holy cow, I spent all this time building up, another six-figure business, and I had already dropped my creating healthy babies business in the past and all these things because I've learned what makes me a good leader. I'm not afraid to lose it all when it's no longer in alignment. I'm not. You guys, I would drop everything today if I was told and got the download that I should drop everything today. But what I started to realize is so many leaders, they don't get vulnerable with themselves. They don't get vulnerable within their lives to be like, "Wow, here's how I'm feeling." Actually go reach out to people and have that conversation because then you'd have to drop your ego. Then you'd have to look like maybe you don't know what you're doing or what you're talking about, or you were a fake or a fraud or all of these things. But here's what I will tell you: as long as your integrity is always intact, as long as you always are living with your truth in the now and you're vulnerable and you're real with it, people will respect you. That's why I get a lot of respect. That's why a majority, you ask anybody why they follow me, it's because I'm real, I'm raw. I will straight shoot it for you, because you could go dig up skeletons and you're not going to find any, because I tell people everything about my whole entire life. And so what I want you to know is, number one, if you really want to grow in whatever industry you're in, if you want to grow into your life, if you want to grow to even start a business or whatever that looks like, you have to get real and you have to get vulnerable. And I'm not saying you have to go plaster your stuff all over the place, but you have to, number two, find your peeps. Who are your people that you voxer on a daily basis and you say, here's what I'm going through, here's where I'm at, this is what I'm struggling with, to help you snap out of it. You guys, I woke up kind of grumpy this morning, and literally, what do? I call my peeps and I say, oh my gosh, I woke up. I'm on a grumpy side. I even warned my husband, I'm just warning you, I'm waking up grumpy this morning. So we should probably just not talk yet. Like, give me some space. I called Becky Hall over. She came and did my horse work with me, because my horse is my zen place. I got myself in check immediately. I didn't allow myself to feel like a failure because I wasn't working first thing in the morning. I got myself together. I got my emotions back in check and filled my cup so that I could serve you, so that I could serve in my challenge, so that I could serve my clients, so I can serve other people, because it is not fair to pretend everything is going okay. And I'm not saying you have to plaster it. Like, I didn't get online and tell everyone, hey you guys, I'm having a bad day today, here's my drama for the week. Like, I don't have to tell people that, but I do reach out to my peeps and my coaches, the people that I surround myself, that help not listen to my victimhood, but help push me forward and say, this is what you need to do. Here's where you're at. I hear you. Now go do something for yourself. Go fill your cup. Go do what you need to do to make you happy. And so I'm just here. I don't even know. I just felt called to do this live. I don't know what you're going to get from it, but somebody needs to hear it. That I want you to be vulnerable. I want you to find your people that you can be vulnerable with. And then I want you to be okay that if there's things that you need to eliminate in your life, go for it. Go for it. My friend was telling me the story that there's this Beachbody chick and she was top 10 in Beachbody, but she finally got to the point that she's like, you know what, I'm not willing to do what it takes to be in the top 10, so I'm fine to be in the top 100. I don't care. Like, I don't care to do what it takes, because sometimes when you reach the destination you think you want, this is why so many successful people I've worked with that make millions of dollars, they're actually really unhappy, but they don't know how to leave the money. They don't know how to have a better marriage. They don't know how to leave all this, because this is what they built their life up to build. And I think that's the number one destroyer within leaders, is they put their hope and their dreams in things. They put their hopes and dreams into their missions, and their mission becomes their identity. And your mission cannot become your identity, because here's what I will tell you, your identity is always changing. And sometimes your mission is no longer in alignment with your identity of the time, the place, and the world, and what God's needing you to do right now. And so I'm just here to encourage you that as leaders, I'm here for you. I hope that you reach out for help. I hope you find other people in this group that can help you. I hope you find this group to be a place where you can be vulnerable and say, hey, you guys, I had a shitty sales week. What should I do this week? Because we all have shitty sales weeks. We all have, a period of time where we have shitty relationships. We all have a period of time where we're shitty parents. But the industries and the ego that comes with the fame and the influencer aspect of things, we aren't supposed to talk about that, because we would look like a failure. Every successful person is failing somewhere on a daily aspect of their life. Nobody talks about it. And so I want this to be a safe place for, no matter if you make $500 or you make $1,000,000, because we have people in all aspects in this group. I will tell you, usually the people that make $1,000,000 have the worst issues, but they speak up the least. The people down here actually speak up the most and grow the fastest until they get here. Then they're afraid to speak up again. So quit trying to be the best, quit trying to have that ego, quit trying to put on this facade, and really feel like you're going to show up as a bigger leader by asking for help, because the biggest leaders are the biggest followers. So, I love you guys. I hope this serves you in some way, shape, or form. I hope that you reach out if you need anything, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.